Hey guys, this is Jay Lethal, the Black Machismo, and woo, the Nature Boy, and you're listening to the Potsy and Tino Show.
It's the Potsy and Tino Show. Talk the facts and let opinions blow. Laughs, hot takes, and maybe a rant. Two best buds with the mic and a plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of ages, Pots and Pans Network brings you our tag team champions of the world. Tino Gray, me, Potsy. Yeah, Tino. It's been a weird week, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk to you specifically about Saturday night's main event.
All right.
But I want you to talk about it.
What about it?
Well, I mean, let's talk about that Jey Uso kick to the head, because he took the worst. Let's be real. He took the worst fucking neck breaker ever.
I think he just over-rotated. And I don't know if that was necessarily that CM Punk kick to the head was because of that. I've seen things say it
Immediately
was.
after?
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I mean, and for him not to react. I mean, if you kick me in the head, I'm going off script and fucking you up. So that's
well, I would think what I'm hoping that based on what we saw, what we've read, what we look at, is that what you're saying, the specific kick to the head was, and if it wasn't scripted, was to kick someone into let's get going, you know? And the reason why I say that is because we've seen so many times where one person or another sits there and gets that going. And I know that we're not even talking about like what we always talk about in the show. And I'm trying to get my mouse and everything else going for that, but it shocked me to see that moment with CM Punk and Jey Uso.
Yeah, like I said, so I don't necessarily know if, because they turned around and they did it again. So I mean, he may very well have kicked him in the head. I'm just saying Jey Uso had more control than I would have, because that kick in the head looks stiff. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If it I'd have broke script, and I'm not saying it wasn't planned. I wasn't saying it was. Bottom line, you kick me in the head like that, we're going off script.
You know what? Let's do what we always do. Let's talk about what's up with you, and we'll go from there. But I agree with you. I think there's a lot to talk about there.
Let's see. What's up with me? I had a pretty good week. This past weekend was Halloween, so Matthew decided he was going to go trick or treating with friends, and me and Cole were like, cool. So we went and hung out with some of her, one of her co-workers and their friends in the neighborhood, and we've done it before. So it's their neighbor across the street. So when you walk into the driveway, there's a table right there, and it's got the candy for the kids. But when you walk around that table and go up the driveway more, it's like 2, maybe 3 of those plastic 6-foot tables full of shots and everything like that. So we really didn't drink that much because we knew we had to go pick up Matthew too, but I did have a few, and we just relaxed and had a good time. It was cool. And then didn't do much. That was, what was Halloween, Friday? And pretty much just Saturday I went to work, came home. We just pretty much bummed around the house, cleaned up, did stuff like that. Haley's, and I got to talk to Haley. She's excited. They are putting, I think they just got approved for, um, they're trying to get a townhome. So they just got approved. So they're gonna put in their offering. So hopefully we'll know what's going on with that too. So it's just a whole lot of
All
good,
right.
cool
I'm
stuff.
gonna ask the friend who knows the dad. How do you feel about that?
I mean, at this point, she's 25. She's gonna do what she wants to do. She's an adult. You know what I mean? I mean, whether
So, so whatever you feel isn't what you're saying right now, is what you're
I mean,
saying.
it's cool. I mean, they've worked hard. You know, they've I've seen a lot of changes. So I'm expecting, because I don't know if they're watching, but I'm expecting probably. No, I'm
No,
saying
no. You love your
probably.
daughter,
No.
and you want to allow her whatever she loves. So right now you're okay with all that.
Yeah, but then there's the, and I think that's just the old time. I mean, like, you don't move until you get married. But
Hey,
that's
I totally get it, bro.
but she's 25. She's happy. They've been together for a while, so they're serious. So I'm like, okay, she's happy. He's treating her good. I ain't got no problems. I ain't got no problems.
Hey, you know what?
And they're in Orlando, and the town they're getting is literally, Haley's like, it's a mile to Disney. Matter of fact, a mile to Magic Kingdom. I'm like, well, let's save money when we go to Disney now. Stay with you, and we don't have to worry about getting a place to stay.
No, seriously though. I know that you were worried, but it sounds like some of that stuff you've gotten past. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. At the same time, when we talk about what's up with you, like literally, like I want to know what's up with you. Like, did you and Nicole do anything special for Halloween?
Like I said, we just went over to a friend's house and chilled out and had a few drinks, and just, it was cool. It was weird, not, like I said, just being able to do that when you're used to having kids and taking them trick or treating and having to do all that, just for us to be able just to say, hey, me and you will go do something, even for a little while. And then be with adults and be with friends, have adult beverages. It was cool. And it's coming more and more now. He's 16, right? So in a couple of years he's going to be college.
Well, I mean, at this point, you're hoping that the son of a bitch is actually going to be like, and pardon my language, that Matthew is going to be like getting you a NIL deal and putting some deals, so that way you don't have to worry about like how much you have to worry about shit anymore, right?
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's going the sports route. He's very musically inclined, like myself, though, and he's looking at maybe produce, and he's looking at different things, acting. He's got a whole bunch of things he wants to do, but I think his main thing is he doesn't want to go to college. He wants to go. So he'll probably go to trade school, which
who wants to go to college?
I know, but the ADHD, sitting in the classroom, which I think trade school will probably be better for him. He'll actually get to, hands on. He won't have to just sit around. And he's leaning towards something like that. Like, he's been talking about electricians for a while now, and that's what my brother-in-law went to school for too. So I said, you need to talk to Uncle Chris.
I mean, brother, I can tell you right now, there is going to be a space for electricians everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And so
that literally is going to be one of the major jobs.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. He's got a good head on his shoulders. So and he's 16. He's still a sophomore. He's only a sophomore, so he's got a little bit longer to figure it out.
But you're talking to me about how he actually likes comic books, right?
Oh, he's still in the comics, and he's very.
So what does he like? Like, let's hear about it. Like, what is he like hearing about?
Oh, he's just Marvel. He's big. He'll talk to you all day about Marvel and all the different. Yes, I think it's part of ADHD. When he gets interested in something, he will research the fuck out of it. So he knows a lot. And so he just sits there and talks to me about it all day. He
Did he?
knows he for Halloween he dressed up as Daredevil, but the original Daredevil before he got the red suit. Remember when Daredevil had the black suit with the black thing, and he had the white thing underneath it. He had stuff on his the tape on his arm. It looked good.
Well, that wasn't necessarily the original Daredevil.
Well, it's the one on the show. Let's put it like that.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Okay. I was gonna start asking other questions, and I don't really like. Nothing is important there. I love what he's doing. I love the fact that you guys are actually like staying in on the Daredevil information and everything else.
Oh, yeah,
But
I'm talking about not only Marvel now, it's also DC. Ready for he's talking about like the Superman movie. He's his Supergirl's coming out. He knows all that stuff. I mean, everything about when I tell you everything about everything, he's looked it up. He's on YouTube. He can fucking talk you to death.
so can I ask a question?
Mm.
Did he enjoy Zor?
He did actually. He did. I asked him. He did enjoy it, and I told him that we have Zor Christmas. So I'm gonna go probably when we go to the comic book store, because that's another thing he enjoys doing. We take him to the comic book store on a regular basis. So we'll be on the lookout for it.
Well, I have a reason that I'm asking that, by the way. Obviously, Zor was up for the Ringo Award for best kids book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I got home from it, I had been telling people that Zor, when you listen to the crowd had specific approaches to each of the award nominees, right? And I don't know if that made sense. So you're gonna have to tell me.
Yeah.
Every single one had a specific, like, you heard it when they got announced.
Right.
So I told Michael Adams, who was the co-creator of Zor and the artist of it. I said to him, I was like, Michael, I got to be honest with you. This week, I decided I was going to watch the Ringo Awards again. And we were there, but I said, I'm going to watch it again. And he goes, okay. And I said, and I got to be honest with you, I specifically listened to when Zor got announced. And he was like, all right. And I said, and it blew my mind to hear how big the applause was specifically for Zor. And then we didn't win. Right? I think, and you know what he said to me?
What was that?
He goes, are you bullshitting me? And I said, what? And he goes, no. The reason why I'm asking if you're bullshitting me is because I did the same exact thing. I watched the entire thing, and here's why. So I watched it thinking maybe I bullshitted what the actual like applause was.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I said that to him. I was like, maybe I bullshitted what the applause was. And he goes, I did the same exact thing. And I was like, well, what did you hear? And he goes, the applause for Zor was at least twice what it was for any of the other titles. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's exactly what I thought. And I sat there and I sent it to him, and he's the one that replied to me that said, "Yeah, yeah, 100%." Zor was the loudest reaction in the room. And it blows my mind, man, because like I just randomly decided to look at that. But anyways, we got a show to do. And I don't want to stop from it.
So let's do it.
What shows you watching?
Oh man, watching it's the let's see, watching Watson. I haven't seen this week's tracker.
I haven't seen either of this week's, but I want to hear what you had to say about the other ones.
I don't remember if Watson.
I'm sure there's an episode.
If it was new, did you see the one about the? I think the new one was the girl who. Or the one I saw last week was the girl who was 30, but she looked like she was 10.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So that's the last one I saw too.
And I love the fact that she kept giving a language that we expect from someone who is more than 30.
Yeah, but I'm wondering it too, because her and the one at the end when they had her friend come out, I'm like, what did they found? These are kids. These aren't really. I mean, they're saying that these are kids playing adults who look like kids.
You know, the interesting thing about it was that, like, and for folks, for you that might be looking at the show Watson for the first time, I'm going to say right now that none of them look like kids when you saw them talking about this stuff. They were very adult, small people. Like their who they were seemed fully developed. Whereas a lot of times when you see a kid trying to portray one of those moments, so I almost wonder whether or not they actually tried to find actors that were always known for being smaller than they were. And I don't know because I didn't look, but it really felt that way. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No.
Am I wrong though?
No.
Like they, I mean, the very end of that episode was such a heartwarming episode, but at the same time, it was a character that I'm like, what's her deal?
Yeah.
So, anyways, and I'm not trying to draw anything extra or whatever. Tracker. Was there a new episode this week? I have not seen it.
I'm trying to think. There probably. Well, I'm sure there was a new episode this week, but the last one I saw is when they finished the when they broke up that ring with the computer.
And I hated that.
Why?
Because the same reason why I hated the fact that, like, the first season, the second season, where Coulter was sitting there trying to figure out the end of that shit with the first one. And then they just like, oh, there it is. There's the end of it. This one, oh, we suddenly both look at our phone. Blah, blah, blah. We're suddenly part of this now. And they figure it out in one episode. I was hoping that was going to be an entire season thing.
Yeah.
This is what I said last week.
Well, they still got the thing with his mom. They're trying to solve that one with his mom and his sister. What they've been doing this whole time.
I guess. But they got rid of like 3 major characters. They added his brother. And his brother, as much as I love Jensen Ackles, and I love him, makes me feel like they're trying to push the main character out so they can make Jensen Ackles the main character of this show.
I don't think they'll do that.
Well, I don't think so either, but I'm worried about how long this show has left, is what I'm saying. And I love it. I love the show. You and I talk about it on a weekly.
It's a good show. It is a good show.
Yeah.
I do like this.
So, all right. Let's take a look at what we're. Jesus, there's quite a few Chris Barrett statements in there. Is there anything that I need to look at? Do you know?
No, he's just commenting as we go along.
All right. So let's go ahead and I didn't get a chance to actually break these up, but I do want to talk about Saturday night's main event. And if you want, I can go ahead and fix what this says. But I think there's something that when we talk about the Saturday night's main event results, that there's stuff in there that doesn't feel normal.
Like, and I'm looking at the results.
Well, I mean, like, for example, you and I talked about it and we said Jade Cargill should win, right?
And she did.
And she did. But then we also talked about how there were there were what, 4 matches, 5 matches on Saturday night's main event? All right. So what were the matches? Let's talk about that.
Trying to find I like the Bleacher results. All right, so we got so the 5 matches were the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk, Jey Uso.
Well, that was the main event. Let's start with the beginning.
I'm reading off the card, and then we'll go from there.
I'm sorry.
The Undisputed Championship match.
I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm listening.
The Undisputed WWE Championship match was Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. That was if Cody got disqualified, counted out, whatever, he would lose the belt.
So that was the opener.
Yep. Women's Championship match, Tiffany and Jade, and then the triple threat for the Intercontinental, Penta, Rusev, and Dominic.
All right. Sorry, I looked back outside the window, and the reason why is because for those that haven't been paying attention to my home life, when we actually talk about what's up with you, I have 2 kittens and a mom cat outside now. I have a gray cat who has a couple orange spots on her or whatever, and two kittens to go with her. These cats, by the way, have the mom has come around multiple times. She stopped coming around about 2 months ago, and this week started showing back up, and now I literally have 3 cats that show up at my house all the time Today was the first time. They actually showed up during the daylight, by the way. So I made sure they got some. I got them food, and it amazed me to see that the mom did not eat the food until the other two were full.
That's what they do. That's what parents do.
I mean, it was impressive. Anybody wants some cats? Let me know. One of those little motherfuckers tried to bite my big toe. Seriously happened. That motherfucker actually came up, sat there, real nice, and all of a sudden it was, Chuck! And it was like, you motherfucker. Anyways, getting back to Saturday night's main event. You were talking about. Sorry, I apologize.
No, I was just reading off the card. So the first match was Drew and Cody. I mean, it's the same match that they've had over and over again. I think first of all, people are starting to boo Cody. And I'm wondering if Cody is about to take that heel turn because of the way that match ended. Drew brought the belt in to the ring. So he tried to bring it in before, and then the ref's like, no, caught him. So then there was a ref bump, obviously. And then
I just wanted to remind people that compared to a normal wrestling match, this one included if Cody got disqualified, if he got counted out, if he got whatever went against him. So to your point, and now please continue. Sorry.
You sure?
Yeah. No. I was just making sure everybody realized that was.
I said that when I read off the thing. I said if he got disqualified or counted out, he would lose the belt. So you sure I can keep going? So this whole time Drew's trying to goad Cody and like to coming outside the ring. Cody wouldn't go out there because he knew if he went out there, Drew would do something, maybe knock him out and have him counted out. He brought the belt in the ring the first time, tried to hand it to Cody. He was trying to get Cody to hit him with it. Cody wouldn't do it. So Cody did a pretty good job of not, of not falling for the trick that Drew was trying to do. And then towards the end of the match, of course, we're going to have a ref bump. Drew threw Cody into the ref, knocked the ref out. He went outside, got the belt, brought it back in, was getting ready to hit Cody. Cody managed somehow to knock it out of his hand, and he DDT'd Drew on the belt, which was a heel move. And that's why I'm like, they've been hitting at Cody going heel. That was a heel move. He cheated.
So, was it a heel move, or was it one of those moves where you're like, well, it could have went either way?
No, that was heelish. He did it on purpose. He did that shit on purpose. He looked.
So to be honest with you, I 100% agree with you.
That shit on purpose.
But when you look at it and you see that DDT happens on it just looked like it was like, oops.
No, it was no oops.
No. It could have been oops. But you're saying no oops. I'm saying could be oops.
Drew dropped the belt. Cody looked at the belt. He looked to see if the ref was still knocked out and dropped Drew on his head on top of the belt. That is no fucking oops. That was premeditated.
Oops. Oops.
No, that was no damn oops.
That's That's hey, I went to go get the beer and oops. I don't know. It was weird because you're right. And it's one of those moments where we're kind of looking at it and going, is that it is that like an oops? And you're saying no. I'm saying WWE are trying to figure out an oops.
How the fuck is it an oops? You look at the belt, you look to see if the ref is looking, and you drop somebody in the head on the belt. That is not a fucking oops.
Well, whew, you're right. 100%, you're right.
And that match got a C, by the way.
That match got a C. How did you feel about that match?
You remember we talked about I don't like watching matches when I know the outcome of what the match is going to be. I didn't think Cody was going to lose that belt because.
But you called Drew McIntyre.
Did I call Drew?
You actually said Drew McIntyre was with.
I said Drew should win the belt.
Well, hey, I didn't disagree with you on that, but you said Drew McIntyre should win.
Oh, okay. Well, then. Okay. The match sucked, and I was expecting Randy to come out. It was just that match is the same match they had at WrestlePalooza. That match is the same match they had. You know what I'm saying? It's the same match they've had over and over again. It's nothing new, nothing fresh. Cody cheated. Cody cheated to win. I think that's the freshness. You know, the new thing that happened, and that's different in this match.
So my feelings to this match were what I expected to happen happened. Only because when we were talking about it, we were talking about like, okay, there's 4 championship matches, right? And when we talked about all that, I sat there and I was like, well, I don't know what to say about the Jade Cargill Tiffany match, except Jade Cargill is going to win.
Yeah.
And then I said, I don't know what's going to go on with this, and this. And I was really hoping that the main event was going to not be conclusive, but it was. So everything else, I felt like kind of did exactly what we hoped it would. And at the same time, I was disappointed because the Drew McIntyre thing, I really felt like Drew McIntyre should have won the match. And part of me feels like the reason why he hasn't is because like Triple H doesn't like to pull the trigger. Am I wrong?
What, the Drew McIntyre? No, they just think that they're trying to push Cody down their throats. And I think that's getting ready to go. That's getting ready to backfire.
Well, to your point, the Cody Rhodes push down your throats and then backfiring is the exact same thing that Vince McMahon did with Roman Reigns in 2015.
Yeah. That's what I was
and what happened there?
People fucking booed him out of the damn building.
I agree with you 100%. At the same time, though, they have the opportunity to fix that.
They always have the opportunity to fix it. Whether or not they fix it, they don't give a shit about the fans. Is what they've proven. That's what they've proven time and time and time again.
Triple H has been really good about trying to fix a lot of it, and let's not discredit.
You just said out of your fucking mouth he's not trying to pull the trigger.
Hey, I said he's been very good about most of it. And you're 100% right, because today at 7 o'clock in the morning, you and I, along with our buddy Shavar, were talking about the biggest error of the Triple H era, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you agree with it?
This is the biggest. You mean like the biggest mistake?
Yeah.
Yes.
So please explain it.
Yes, because with the whole.
Well, explain it. Explain it to everybody, not just me. Please.
We were just saying that he doesn't know how to use. I was saying he doesn't know how to use the talent that he has. You were saying that he should, instead of instead of CM Punk and
Jey Uso.
He probably should have used AJ Styles if they were trying to make a difference. And I said no, they needed to use somebody younger. Because AJ Styles is on his way out. So this is what I'm saying: that use their newer talent, try to push up. I mean, I know Kamal.
Well, can I explain the AJ Styles statement, by the way?
You wanted to book. See, when you book,
no. There's a reason why I wanted to book him, and please,
okay,
can I
go ahead?
My booking statement of AJ Styles here is specific. You took a 40-something-year-old guy with Seth who is out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that the plan is someone like a CM Punk, who is a almost 50-something-year-old guy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, we know that AJ Styles is 47 years old. I'm not even disputing that. I'm not arguing it. I'm not trying to make anything else. But if Vince McMahon had been in charge of WWE in this moment, one of the first things he would have done would have been like, how do I fuck all this up? Okay? And one of the ways that you fuck it all up is you take the one guy nobody expects to even be a part of it, which would be AJ Styles, and you immediately throw him into the top tier program, and you have him win.
And I'm not disagreeing on you. Where I disagree is, why do we use the same old people? Why not use an NXT guy? It's the same thing, or a younger guy on Raw. It's the same thing. Why are we cycling the same people over and over?
So I have a reason. You want to hear it?
Okay.
So the reason why is because we got thrown into this moment where we got a Saturday night's main event, right? Saturday night's main event is a $1 billion program on Peacock. We have to make it work, right?
I'm still following you. I still don't see why we got to plug in an old timer. Can't use a new guy.
Hold on. What makes more people tune in tonight specifically? And trust me, I can get you out of it in the next 30 seconds. CM Punk versus AJ Styles at Saturday night's main event would have blown the roof off the place, and CM Punk would not have had to kick Jey Uso in the fucking head for fucking up one of the easiest moves in the fucking world. But to your point, AJ Styles could have easily dropped the title Monday night to Braun Breaker. So you get your big TV viewing audience on Peacock, and then you can immediately take it off of him and make Braun Breaker look like $1 million fucking dollars while still keeping CM Punk strong. I don't know why this isn't something that didn't get looked at. It would have made everybody look good.
I still don't. I mean, I still say you should have used a younger talent. I mean, all that you saying is true. I'm just saying, take out the fucking, put in somebody new, because it's kind of like I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, they don't know these people. They don't know these people." It's kind of like when you're young and you go to apply for somebody and they said you don't have credit. How the fuck am I going to get credit if you don't let me do this, right? So how the fuck are people going to know these young kids?
How do I get experience working at a job if I can't work a job?
So that goes to that whole, well, they don't know them because you won't fucking give them a shine and put them on fucking TV so people can get to know who they are. You want to keep moving. So what's going to happen? AJ Styles is going next year. This is John Cena's final year. Orton doesn't have that much longer, right? So what are you going to do when all these old fuckers are gone and you haven't built up anybody new?
I 100% agree. But if you're going to sit there and put CM Punk versus Jey Uso, which is two 40-plus-year-old guys against each other, why not put AJ Styles versus CM Punk, who's two 40-year-old guys going against each other?
Jey Uso shouldn't have been in that match. I know that LA Knight's older too, but he's brand new to the fucking main event scene. That'd have been something different.
I agree. But we all see that the WWE main event scene does not have LA Knight in it. And should it? Fuck yes.
That's why people start.
Why doesn't it? I don't know. That guy must have sat there and done something to where Stephanie McMahon took a shit and this guy sat underneath it and he's no longer allowed to get above it. That's the only thing I can think of here. And you know that I'm like you. When he was Eli Drake, that motherfucker was like through the roof.
But that's the thing, though. They don't let them, and I understand.
They don't allow their
he wasn't built on the WWE. But and he doesn't have to be Eli Drake. If they would just fucking take the fucking reins off him and let him do his thing, he'd fucking be golden. But they don't. They've got to control every fucking thing.
Brother, I'm with you. And in fact, you know what? I don't even care what all the rest of these other things that we had listed were. I want to talk about more of this. I want to talk about the fact that we talk. You know what? I'm just gonna sit there and put our names up on the screen instead. And the reason why is because I know that you want to be out of here in
55 minutes.
Sure. So for 55 minutes, I want to sit there, and this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that, like, we literally watched a Saturday night's main event where Jey Uso looked out of place. The rumor now, I don't know if you saw this, is that Jey Uso actually was under some sort of influence
What?
going into that match, similar to a Jeff Hardy
I don't
at
think I
Bound
do.
for Glory years ago,
I don't think I
when
do.
Sting had to stop him from wrestling a match. And what I don't think that's the case, but what I do think is the case is that there's a possibility that Jey Uso got knocked silly. And when he got knocked silly, and he was supposed to do that move, which we've all seen, which was completely fucked. Jey Uso sat there, got kicked in the head, got pushed out of the ring. CM Punk poured water on his head after kicking him as hard as he possibly could. And when the kid finally came back into the ring, and when I say kid, he's a 40-year-old fucking man. That's when the match finally started to go.
I'd have fucked his ass up.
Well, I think CM Punk did that.
No. Jey Uso should have fucked his ass up.
Except Jey Uso was the one in the wrong. I mean, you look at it, dude. I
understand. Yeah, he might have messed it up. That doesn't warrant kicking somebody in the head, dude.
So that's a receipt. That's a receipt.
But he
that's
didn't.
A potato. You deserved it.
But he didn't potato Punk. He didn't touch Punk. If he'd have kicked, that's like if you fuck up and you make me mad, I just kick you in the fucking head. You're gonna be like, oh, I deserve that.
No. I by the way, I am allowing you to sit here and tell me this. I want to hear it because
that's no receipt. There was no kind of receipt. He missed a spot. Okay, I understand he missed a spot. He fucked up a spot. That doesn't warrant a kick in the fucking head.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna throw something at you. They're in the fucking main event of a $1 billion show.
Still doesn't warrant a kick in the head.
Does it not?
Nope.
Now, granted,
you're not gonna change my mind.
Now I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna say the kick. You're right. Okay, you're right. But this is not the first time that Jey Uso has been in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first time that Jey Uso has been in a spot where everybody sits there and goes, he's gassed, he's doing this, he's doing like
I give you all that. People make mistakes. What I'm saying, yes, he fucked up. Yes, he blew that spot. Doesn't deserve to get kicked in the fucking head for it.
What if it was to kick him to get him going?
Especially in the head, all this CTE bullshit they got going on. No, you don't kick somebody in the head.
I don't know.
That's disrespectful. That you ain't gonna change. That's disrespectful.
Okay.
CM Punk deserved to get his ass whooped behind that,
but he didn't. He's now lucky. The champion. So all the other stuff. I watched that match. That match looked flat. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, that wasn't a good match at all. It was clunky.
I knew I was going to get the response I wanted out of you somehow. No, seriously though, like it was rough. It was rough. And who do you think was the what do you think was the reason behind it? Since you said it's not okay to kick the other guy in the
Oh
back of
no,
the head.
Jay fucked that match. There's a lot of those spots that they missed.
But
Was Jay.
please talk to me about the rest of the match.
That match. He also, I think he blew a spot, a spear, but CM Punk also fucked up a spear. That's what I'm saying. That I don't think their timing. I don't know if it was their timing was off. I don't know what it
Nothing
was.
seemed right.
It just wasn't
And
clicking.
I don't know if you heard, but I just read before I got home tonight. And by the way, I did everything I could to be here on time. I tried to be here an hour and a half early, and I had to get a ride with somebody that I wasn't even sure they were going to get me home on time. But the craziest part about watching Saturday Night's Main Event was I don't know if, like, what was going on with them. Anybody had any idea what the end of that match was supposed to be? Because, like, why in the fuck would CM Punk do like 12 go to sleeps? Like, it just didn't seem right.
It's the same thing that they try to do when The Rock and when Stone Cold used to give people all the stunners. They're trying to make them look strong.
There's a difference, though. That's at WrestleMania. This is like,
Well, they're because they're trying to. They don't, because ever since they had that WrestlePalooza stinker, they're trying not to have another stinker. That's exactly what that is.
well, you know what? You're probably right.
They're trying everything they can.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say you're probably right. You are right. Okay.
Because they're getting all this money from Peacock and ESPN. They don't want to lose that money, so they know if they put on a subpar or if they're not happy with it, they can snatch that deal out from under them.
Just seemed really sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Trying to take a look at the comments, but they're so small.
Oh no, he was just Bear is like the only young guy in the company that can hold the world heavyweight championship and carry it is Braun Breaker. Let's say he won the belt, have him come out tonight and say, "I'm no longer Braun Breaker, I'm Braun Steiner." Then he said, "Punk and Styles have also worked together for the last fucking 30 years," which is true. And then he said, "Jey Uso is the least scariest Samoan walking today."
So based on everything, I'm gonna sit here and based on what you just read off, it's the first time that I kind of agree with almost everything that Barrett said.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
He's dead on. That's the same thing I was saying. Punk, and it shouldn't have been Styles.
Well, I like the idea of putting so here. I'm gonna state that my idea behind AJ Styles winning the world title is this: is that they could have immediately turned him heel. They could have immediately made him the guy in charge of the Vision while Seth is out. And then when they want to, they could have Braun Breaker beat him up. You know what I mean? They could have done all of that, could have done it well, and could have made us all sit there and go, man, AJ Styles got that one more reign. And that would have been awesome. But instead, we're now in this spot where I'm wondering whether or not Obafemi or Gunther is going to actually face John Cena for his final match. And that's the coolest thing going on. But
we all know it's going to be Gunther.
Well,
'Cause
we
I told you
do.
to call it, and I'm
We
calling in now.
do, but
That's
I
gonna
will
be
say this. I will say that with the statement of John Cena saying who is going to be the next guy, I do love the idea that the main event and the final match before it's John Cena is going to be Gunther versus Obafemi.
Do you think that's what it's gonna be?
I you know what? I'll put $10 on it if you have,
So why do you think it's gonna be with Femi?
because he made sure to mention NXT and people that don't work here.
So Femi doesn't work there?
Well, no, but Obafemi needs a jumping on point, and I'm telling you, I'll put $10 on it.
Well, they also I was watching something today. They said, they don't get TNA, and they said that another name in the running that underdog, but they can see it happening is Joe Hendry.
So I think Joe Hendry's going to be in the field.
And somebody who doesn't even work there anymore. We hadn't seen Edge on AEW. That's a long shot. But that would be awesome. Somebody said Jericho.
Edge is not under contract. And not under contract to a friendly promotion. So Edge is out. Edge is out.
What do you mean he's not under contract to a friendly promotion?
He's under AEW promotion.
Is he? I thought his contract was up.
Nope. Remember, he had time off because of the shoulder surgery and everything else. So,
yeah.
Okay. I like the fact that we're not actually like talking about specific shows tonight, by the way. Fun.
Yeah.
At the same time,
I don't know Obafemi though.
Oh, I love. So my personal.
So you bring Obafemi up.
Hold on.
Obafemi up just to get beat by Gunther. So he comes up looking weak.
Hold on. What makes Obafemi look weak if he sits there and goes 10 minute, and he's in the finals against Gunther and Gunther beats him? What makes him look weak?
I guess.
And here's why I say that. Because Gunther sells for him the entire match. And then actually ends him.
I saw something today too that
you not like that?
Yeah. No.
Oh, come on, dude.
I was watching something they were talking about. Brooks Jensen was saying, he wants to come up and avenge his father. Because he said his John Cena ruined his dad's career 20 years ago. If you remember, Bull Buchanan was B squared. And then he kicked him to the curb, and that's
wait. Say that again.
Did you not know Bull Buchanan was Brooks Jensen's dad? So he wants to fight John Cena to avenge his dad. I'm sure it was all like to be funny, but that really is
him be a first round loss because he will.
Yeah.
In that situation, I mean, we're talking a 16-man tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? Like, who would? And by the way, out of all the people they showed, the only one that actually has faced John Cena was The Miz.
Yeah, but they're saying that Cena's probably is picking some of these people to be in this tournament.
Well, you're right. My point is that in that video that the WWE showed,
They didn't name anybody yet. They haven't named anybody yet.
no, they didn't name anybody, but they showed people.
Okay.
And he actually sat there and said, people that have never faced me before. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes you and me sit there and go, holy shit, the WWE has this entire thing going on. And yet, for whatever reason, we don't know why these top guys are obviously continuing to go forward. It's interesting. It's interesting to see what's going on.
Chris Berry said B2 ruined the Godfather's career by making him the good father.
Wait, what now? What is?
He said B2 ruined the Godfather's career by making him the good father.
Oof. Fact is that we watch every week. We want to see some good shit. And recently, we're watching a head guy that sits there and goes, are we sure we're going to pull the trigger here? That's what's going on. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So, did anything happen on AEW this week that I need to even want to talk about?
That's the only thing I'd really think of is
I did not sit there and put the whole program together like I normally do. So I will apologize for that.
The Young Bucks, what's his name? Don Callis came out to the Young Bucks, and he's going to put them. And he said he went to Tony Khan and made one of those $1 million. You know they're doing the money matches, so he did $1 million match
so they can make money.
Yeah, so it'll be Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega against the Young Bucks, and I forget who he put with them. I think they're trying to, and I know what they're doing, because when he announced that it was going to be Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks were kind of like, I don't think the Young Bucks want to fight Kenny Omega.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, so I think that's what they're building. They're building the storyline.
So who's going to win that match?
Obviously, it's going to be the damn Kenny Omega. Well, I mean, the Young Bucks might win that because they've lost these past couple of times. They've lost the what do you call it? The money. They lost the money matches. But other than that,
I don't know. I know
Megan Payne and Marina Shafir are in that women's tag team tournament, which that's interesting. They tagged together on Collision the other night, and that is an interesting combo
because they're actually making Marina Shafir work.
And they had Moxley on commentary, and he was hyping it up and like, yeah, we can't find anybody to fight her. You know, everybody's scared to fight her, and da. That's why she jumped at the chance to get into this tournament, because she's ready to rip apart the women in the locker room. So it was interesting. That was a good match that they had.
So I don't really have anything else to talk about. Do you?
No.
But I do have one thing. And I know that you hate it because I'm throwing this at you at the end. I'm trying to click on something that makes it make sense. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it on our names. Hey Tino, I started writing and drawing a comic book this week,
I know.
and we haven't talked about it.
Nope.
And it's a vampire story. It's something that I've never done before, and here's the 100% thing that I think needs to be talked about. I don't know what the fuck that was that you just did, but
I was closing the curtains. I sit in my office in my bay window. I was closing the curtain.
oh. But my number one 100% thing that I need to make sure that people know is that I've never actually drawn a comic like this. I've drawn a comic. I did junior high horrors, the Halloween special, but I've never drawn anything like this. And the reason why I'm explaining it is because it's wild. It's not like anything I've ever done. So if anybody out there is following my normal pages or whatever, you'll see it. But I'm kind of freaked out about what I'm drawing.
Why?
Never drawn anything like it before.
Yeah, you're fine. It looks good. Before everything you sent me.
So you like it. And I kind of posted the name for it before we went on the air.
Is it the same one you sent me?
Probably. You want to say it?
Is it vampire? It's weird. The font you sent me is like
Single word, Tino. You could say it. Say it.
Oh, that's right.
Say it.
Jugular. That's right.
Yeah. My new current vampire story that I am writing and drawing is called Jugular. And there's a reason behind it. Whew! That sounded so. It just sounded deflating. I'm just saying that, like, anyways. Here's the fact. I'm drawing it. If you follow my shit, you'll see it. Fact is that I think I've posted some good artwork. So, either way, what's going on with you?
We already did that.
No, I meant the show.
What?
Like the end.
Oh, you can catch me on the Insta SC Tino. You can catch me on TikTok, Tino R Gray Music. I'm on Blue Sky as well. You can catch him on. You can catch us. We are on X, Potsy and Tino, Facebook. We're the Potsy and Tino Show. We're right here every Monday on the Pots and Pan Network. Please give us a thumbs up, a like, buy our shit, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Somebody actually bought our shit.
What are you talking about?
Somebody bought a hoodie and a hat.
That was me, dumbass.
You didn't have to say that.
It was me. It's all right.
You didn't have to say that.
Hey, but check it out. If I'm buying the shit and I'm gonna rock it, you guys need to buy it and rock it too. Go to our give them the plug. Where's it? No, the tees. What is it?
tpublic.com. That's where we are. Tino's absolutely right. He sat there and told you that he's the one that bought the t-shirt and everything. But anybody could buy those. And it'd be great. And there we are.
Give them your stuff.
At Rob Pochak, Rob Potsy Pochak. That's where we are. So, folks, sorry, I'm trying to touch other things. Fact is, Pochak, Rob Potsy Pochak, Rob Potsy Pochak, all that, and on top of that, follow the show, do what you can.
The fuck are you doing?
Can't talk. I don't know what's going on.
Good night, folks. We'll see you next week. Get us out of here, Rob.
It's pretty much what I was talking about. Anyways, folks, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Ready? Ownership, using Potsy and Tino.
For the Potsy and Tino Show.
Thanks for watching.